Hello, my beautiful people and followers and other people as well. Coffee. Today, I am giving you away this simple free leveling system, which I wouldn't call exactly system, but let's say it's a system, okay. It's really simple and it only works on player character. It doesn't work for NPC, AI or whatsoever, only player character. And I haven't gotten to test it, but it also might even work on co-op system as well, because there are player indexes included in the functions, like possibility to do that. Anyways, so what this is and how does this work? Well, first of all, I'm gonna open my player character, and it's a component, an actor component. So you go inside your player blueprint. You go up to add component. You can search down to leveling, and there is leveling component. You can add it. Boom, that's it. You're done. And then we have some properties here. Inside leveling component. So we have level. We can choose what is the maximum level there is. For the player at least, yes. Then there is experience, which is, we have base experience. Then we have modifier method. And then we have like 3 different modifiers you can choose from. Like constant, which is always the same. Linear, which have minimum and maximum. And then curves. And then we have skill points. We have how much do we gain per level when we level up. Then we can choose max count. Is there any limit or whatsoever, or is there a limit? How much skill points player can have? Either overall or whenever, yes, whatever. And if there is limited, then it's going to read this max skill points. How many skill points there can be at maximum. Those are all the settings. There isn't much there. You don't even need anything else because it still works. All right, so here are all the functions that this comes with. And I'm gonna show you now. Let's go through these. So these are all inside from a function library I made. So that way you can access them anywhere, literally anywhere. I could have done like blueprint interface or other methods, casting and all that, but I decided to do function library. So we have levels. So we have add player levels. This determines like how many levels you can add to player at once. And this is like useful, for example, if you have an intro quest line that player can skip later on, then and the player will automatically also gain levels during the intro quest line. So if player skips the quest line, you can add levels directly immediately to player with this node. Then we have boolean here, which is max level. Obviously, you know what this means. Are we now max level or not? Then we have this common one you're going to use a lot is player level up. I mean, you're not going to use this a lot. And the reason why we have this is because if there is like something that rewards a level, I don't know why, but if it does, then you can use this one. And also it has max level check boolean. Then we have get player max level. So basically this checks is player at max level. Get player level, well obviously, yeah, it gets the current level the player is at. Then get max level. So what is the current max level for the character? If needed, obviously, yes. Then we have experience. We have add player experience. It does what it does. It does what it says, yes. We don't have remove because I don't see why you would want to remove experience from player. Like, yeah, no. Then we have get player experience. What is the current experience player have? Then we have get needed experience. So what is the amount that we actually need? I'm just gonna switch this. All right. Then we have this get a player experience normalized, and this is usually intended to be for widgets, basically, like a progress bar or something. Yes. And how this works is it gets the current player experience and it divides it with with the needed experience, and then you get the result. Like it says here, get normalized experience value between current and needed in range of 0 to 1. That's what it does. Like, you could also imagine it like a percentage, except it's from 0 to 1, not 0 to 100. Then we have initialize, and what is this for? This is for, like, if you have multiple maps, multiple levels, you have player traveling to another level, you need to save the values in that game instance in order to carry them on to the new map. So that's why we have this initialize, which is where you then, when the map is loaded, you have to set the values, the player level, the skill points, and experience back. So these are for it. These will set them, not add, but set. Then we have skill points here. We have add player skill points. Obviously it does what it does. It gives the skill points based on the value. Then we have remove player skill points. And there is a boolean after this. I actually could add here as well. I don't know. Anyways, there's a boolean after the removed, which is gonna, I'm just gonna read. It says, remove skill points by given value and 0 skill points equal to false. So this is going to check, do we have any skill points left after this operation? And then we obviously have the skill points value after this operation. Then get player skill points. It does what it does. How much do we have at the moment? Then has player any skill points? So this is gonna check, do we have any skill points at all or not? True or false? Yeah. Then we have, has player enough skill points? Like, if there is skill that costs multiple skill points, you can use this to check, does player have enough skill points to actually purchase this skill or not? Then we have conversions. I'll get back to this in a moment. We have event dispatchers, and there is 4 of them. 1 for player level up, gain skill point, player max level, so when player level up to max level, when player reaches the max level, this is going to be fired then. And then we have spend skill point, so whenever player spends a skill point, this will fire then. So int the string with grouping. So this is also for like mainly cosmetic, like the UMG. And I'm just gonna show you what this does. So I'm just gonna do quickly print string. Actually, no, I don't have to do it in that way. I'm gonna show you it at the same time with the experience. So actually, I'm gonna do levels. So I'm gonna directly go to level 10. All right. So now this is going to affect automatically experiences and all that. So the grouping is like, it's supposed to make the number sequence to be read in red even easier, if that makes sense. So at level, oh, now I'm gonna press enter. As you can see, boom, now we have level 11, we are and 3. So as you can see, there's a comma after the 3. So this is what this does. It automatically groups it. So it's easy to read, like 3067. I'm gonna add 10 more, 8,899. Let's add more, 23,686. And this goes on up to the maximum integer value the unwrenching supports for integer 32, which is somewhat over 2 billion. So yeah, so I'm gonna add more. As you can see, it works hundreds of thousands even. It works for millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, billions, automatically groups. I'm just gonna show you to prove it. So yes, let's get this in here. All right. So I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So now, as you can see, 1,234,567,890, and they are all grouped basically. So it's easier to read. This is what it does. Yes. And even though this is leveling system, you can still use this same thing for player health, enemy health, anything you want to, you know, represent it as it the way this does. You can use it for that purpose as well, not only for experience. Yes. So the way this works is like, I'm just gonna show you. So since these are all inside functional library, how you can access them is just right click anywhere in the grid and scroll down to leveling system. There we go. And here, and here we have everything: skill points, initializing the units, level, experience, events, and conversion. They are all there. So as I was saying, how this works is, when I just show you. So it's a component, and there are a lot of hiddens. It's because I am hiding all the hidden categories, so they cannot be altered or seen. Anyway, so the way that the needed experience works is basically, I'm just gonna, here we have get needed experience. So we have this I forgot about these methods. I'm gonna show you this actually now as well. So these methods, how they work is so we have 3 different methods for the experience thing. So we have constant, linear, and curve. And the constant is this is the value that it's going to use always, regardless of player level. It's gonna be using this one. So the needed experience is going to evenly rise basically based on the level, if that makes any sense. Then we have linear. From linear we can choose the starting point, like minimum, the starting point basically, which is this is the modifier that's going to use when you level up from 1 to 2, and this is going to be used when you level from second last level to the last level, and everything between will automatically be calculated. So we don't have full control over the values, the modifier values between the first and the last level. That's why we have curve, where you can modify when you have actually full control over the values, the modifier values of, like here I have default one. So as you can see, we start slowly, so we are slowly increasing the needed experience based on our level, and then the higher level we get, the more experience we are going to be needing to gain new level. And yeah, so what I was going to say was this one. So you don't have to worry about this. This is just checking which modifier way we are going to work, just keep in mind that if you choose curve and there is nothing here, it's going to be using automatically constant modifier. Otherwise, there's no point. I mean, this wouldn't even work then. So it's going to be using constant modifier if there's no curve, even though you have selected curve here. So now, so the way it works is that we get our current level and we power it up. So this is the base, and we have this temp, the experience modifier. And we are like, sorry. We are doing exponent math here to get what we need. So the value, we are going to multiply our base experience by the modifier power value. And that's gonna be our new needed experience. There could have been multiplied as well, but there's one issue with that. And the issue with that is if I'm going to add player level, like player instantly to level 5, like if you're going to skip from level 1 to level 5, for example, player is level 5 when he or she skips the intro quest line. You have to also handle the experience, what is the needed experience. And if I would have done the multiplied version, it would have probably just still do the calculation for level 1 to 2 basically. It would have to repeat itself 5 times to get the correct needed experience. And I'm not a math genius. I actually suck at math, but that's just my common sense. So that's why I'm using power, so it automatically goes where it needs to go, regardless of our level base. I mean, based on our level, yes, but regardless how many levels do we gain at once. All right, so let's say you want to add player level, like, okay, you kill a mob. You want to get experience. Now, imagine this is the enemy blueprint that you're just going to use, like, for example, custom event and die. So this fires when the player kills this NPC. Then all you can do is just add player experience, and here you can do whatever, how many it does, how much you want this to add. And keep in mind that this does not, I mean, yeah, no, this doesn't have those settings even, whatever. Anyway, so you have to manually give the experience. This does not automatically scale anything, except the needed experience, obviously. So I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3, and when I press, I'm gonna do it by enter. Where's my enter? Is the, no, it's not here. I'm gonna do my enter. When I press and enter, this NPC dies, and I'm gonna gain experience. As you can see, I click enter, and I gained 233 experience. Nice. I killed second one, I got more. Third one, and now that I kill one, I gain level. Boom, I'm level 2, and I have 1 skill point, and it calculates the, so your current experience, like if it's higher, equal to or higher to the needed experience. Like if it's higher than the needed experience, it's going to minus your current experience with the needed experience, and we are going to, and it's going to save what's left and make that as current experience. So that's why, like, I gained 92 experience extra. And so obviously I'm not going to lose them. They're going to be added to me then after we set the current experience back to 0, basically, or something. So it's just like in World of Warcraft and other games. We gain more and more and more. All right. And the next I could actually show you like how the curve exactly works, because it might be a little bit confusing at first. So the way this works is this. There are two of these float boxes, or these values here. The first one represents the player level. This is level 1 to second last level or whatever, and this is the modifier. So as you can see, at level 1 my modifier is 0.68, and then at level 30 it's 1, and level 60 or level 59 it's 1.68. So you can make it really smooth, like you can add here, make it like so smooth or something slow, or then you can just do like big leap in here, like boom, huge leap, and then the rest will go slow. And I'm gonna put this to level, let's say this is level 59, so I'm gonna make this to level 30. So now from level 15 to 30 it's gonna go like a rockets, and then the rest it's going to go slowly. I'm gonna make this actually 1.6 so you can see it will go slowly now. So I'm gonna add an experience like 1 2 3 4, so level 15 to up. Oh come on, all right, I'm deleting enter, sorry, enter. So now it's gonna go slowly, and now it goes like, well, not that slow because I gain a lot of experience, but the next, so now as you can see the needed experience, it's been kind of slow rising, and now it should go like rocket. So 4,795, and you can see it's like 5 3 3 3 5 9 2 6 7 8 9 10,000 11 13 14 16 17, like what, 20,000 in 15 levels. And now it's going to go slowly again. Now it slows down a lot, or it should. Ah wait, no, sorry, I forgot. I'm using linear. Let's do a curve. So now, as you can see, it's going slower. Now it's going to like skyrocket. It should, but yes, it actually does. Skyrocket 70,000, 23,000. I'm gonna do this actually on event tick because this is annoying. Let's try and make this even furthermore. So 1.66. And that is 1.89. Now 1.77. I'm gonna make this to, okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna make this actually also, boom. So now it should, as you can see, we are only level 30, and so we're going so slow. So this is basically how you can see it skyrockets when it's going to go slower and slower. It's going to take longer time to reach the needed experience. Yeah. So yeah, this is actually how it works. I do hope you didn't find this too confusing. Just get used to this. It's really simple. It's not too difficult. Yeah, it should work. I have tested all of them, and I have to remember they all work perfectly. So 4.26 is the only version it's working on right now. I hope you find this useful, and I hope you really find my plugin useful even. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again.